Yes, Naledi, we covered that story quite extensively as Newsroom Africa. In fact, we're one of those foreign broadcasters to operate there under very difficult conditions. So here we are expecting the leader of the Swaziland movement, Swaziland Liberation Movement, Mduduzi Simelane, to for the first time actually address his supporters physically here, because that is what he has been doing online after he went into exile. We know that he's been living in the United Kingdom, where he has now been granted an international passport after his own country or government revoked his passport. He is also a former member of parliament, Naledi. We know that there is 3 members of parliament that were actually charged for on the Suppression of Terrorism and Sedition Act in Eswatini. In fact, 2 of those members of parliament, former members of parliament, Baqede Mabuza as well as Mthandeni Dube, are serving jail time in Eswatini. They were sentenced in July this year. And what you are expecting here, of course, is those speeches not only from the president of this party, but also some of the leaders from the Kingdom of Eswatini, as well as some political party leaders from here in South Africa. We know that just recently, the African National Congress condemned the attack or assassination attempt on the leader of Pudemo, Mlungisi Makhanya, who was allegedly poisoned while he was staying in Pretoria. He's one of those leaders that have been forced out of the Kingdom of Eswatini. So this prayer and rally today is meant to try and put pressure on the Eswatini government. We know that in that country, what happens, or they're using a different system of governance called Tinkundla, which is constituency-based, and the king has that absolute power to make decisions, appointing the prime minister. And these people who are gathering here today, that's something they've been fighting for, to say that they want multi-party democracy. Of course, many times we spoke to the leaders of the government in Eswatini, as well as some members of the royalty. They believe that the system that they have at the present moment is the best for the country. So we are going to hear today as to what is the message that the leader of Swalimo will be conveying to the members and supporters of his party. Coming into this venue, Naledi, I can tell you that security is very tight. In fact, they were not supposed to have this gathering here. The plan was to have the gathering at Kamhlushwa Stadium, but the leadership of the party came up with a statement to say that due to the issue of security concerns, they collected some intelligence information to say that it won't be good for them to continue with that gathering at Kamhlushwa Stadium. That is why then they are now moving to this particular church, where proceedings are expected to start a bit later now, because they said they will start at around 9 or 10. But looking at the time now, things will start quite a bit late, Naledi.
All right, and of course, Mweli Masitela will be keeping us updated throughout the day, though.